Welcome to MRU TV. This is Pokopoko News, presented to you by NDAGIRE Sandra. Let's have the news headlines. South Korea evacuates thousands from World Scout Jamboree as typhoon nears. More than 1,000 vehicles are moving in the estimated 37,000 scouts ahead of arrival of tropical. At least 2 killed on 50th day of taxi drivers. President Zelensky posts footage of provost damage. Let's have the news in details. Protests erupt against a new law that gives Cape Town authorities the power to impound vehicles over offences. At least 2 people have been killed in South African city of Cape Town as protests sparked by a dispute between minibus taxi drivers and authorities entered its 5th day. 1 person was killed and 3 were wounded in shooting near Cape Town International Airport when a group of protesters pelted a car with stones, and the drivers responded by allegedly firing shots at them, police said on Monday. The shooting happened while minibus taxis blocked a road near the airport, police said. Police also said the shooter would be investigated for murder and attempted murder. A man died of multiple gunshot wounds in a separate shooting that the police said they believe was also related to the protests. Heavy rain hits northern state, causing damage to at least 464 houses. Let's have more from our news reporter, Norris. Torrential rains have destroyed more than 450 homes in Sudan's north, state media reported, after aid groups raised concerns that the wet season would compound the war-torn country's woes. Changing weather patterns saw Sudan northern states buffeted with heavy rains, causing damage at a least of 464 houses, state-run Sunan News Agency reported on Monday. Described the devastated region bordering Egypt and Libya as a desert area that rarely received rain in the past, but has been witnessing devastating rains for the past 5 years. The severe rainfall comes nearly 4 months into a brutal war between the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces that has disseminated infrastructures and plunged millions into hunger. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky posted footage of the attack in Pokopoko showing the scale of damage to a residential building following Russia's latest attack. Let's get more from our news reporter. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky posted footage of attack in Pokopoko showing the scale of damage to a residential building following Russia's latest attack. On X, formerly known as Twitter, Zelensky wrote, "The city of Pokopoko, Donetsk region, Donbass, from which the Russia is trying to leave only broke and scorched stones, 2 missile strikes. An ordinary residential building was hit. Unfortunately, there are victims, rescuers and all necessary services are all on the scene. The rescue of people continues. We have to stop the Russians' terror. Everyone who fights for the freedom of Ukraine saves lives. Everyone in the terror is together with us. Russia will be held accountable for everything it has done in the terrible war." More than 1,000 vehicles are moving the estimated 37,000 scouts ahead of arrival of tropical storm Canon. Let's have more from our news reporter, Sandra. South Korea evacuates thousands from World Scouts Jamboree as typhoon nears. Buses have started to move thousands of scouts attending the World Scout Jamboree from their campsites on South Korea's coasts to inland locations ahead of tropical storm, which is forecast to bring intense rain and strong winds from the peninsula within days. More than 1,000 vehicles began to move the estimated 36,000 scouts, mostly teenagers and adult volunteers, on Tuesday from the Scouting Jamboree, known as the world's largest youth camp that opened last week in Busan, a country on South Korea's southwest coast, and it's being attended by participants from 156 countries. At the sprawling campsite on Tuesday, tens of thousands of scouts were packing up their tents and belongings and queuing up to get onto the buses bound for attractive accommodation in Seoul and surrounding areas. Members in Korea's special forces were on hand to help with the evacuation, according to the reporters at site. Thank you for watching MRU TV Pokopoko News. Stay tuned. I stay NDAGIRE Sandra Norris. Good evening.